There is now a petition to remove Sophie Cunningham from the WNBA. There is now a petition to remove her from the WNBA. Yeah. It has 114 signatures.
They started a petition to ban Sophie Cunningham as if she were taking over the WNBA as a full-fledged Marvel supervillain, and her response, let's just say, was a highlight montage sprinkled with extra sass and swagger instead of an apology. If anyone was expecting tears of regret or even a quiet moment of introspection, they obviously don't know Sophie Cunningham because she came armed with clapbacks, energy, and a mic drop so seismic that it bounced through the league's echo chamber. Hey, that's a flagrant foul. This was the most G-Beast mode thing I've ever seen a woman do in WNBA history. Sophie just made her own comedic roast special out of cancel culture, and if you're rooting for her, you'll want popcorn for what comes next. Let's move on to Sophie Cunningham's response to all of this in terms of her tweets. For example, if you didn't see Sophie Cunningham's retweets, she obviously responded with a shrug, but she also responded to the petition by simply retweeting a freaking post about her jury being sold out, which is a response that is quote tweeting her the petition like that is the best way of going about it. When she saw that petition, she literally laughed mid-lunge, as if she was doing lunges during warm-ups and couldn't be bothered, and then, as if it was her favorite fan comment, she retweeted the call to ban her, not sarcastically. Sophie isn't just ignoring the drama, she's retweeting it like it's a triple-shot espresso in her protein shake. They attempted to write her as the antagonist who needed to be stopped in this WNBA drama script that was so exaggerated that she looked up from the bench and said, "Did someone call me for Get Redemption?" This is full-on glitter-covered retaliation in high definition. Now everyone knows who Sophie Cunningham is and everyone wants a piece of Sophie Cunningham. Her jersey is the #1 selling jersey in the WNBA, sold out now. Why is that significant? Well, let's talk about that tweet. It wasn't just a passive retweet, it was royal decree levels of petty, the kind of tweet that essentially said, thanks for the free promo, digital knuckles were cracked. If you were worried that Sophie Cunningham would break under the weight of online outrage, welcome to your first lesson. She doesn't back down from criticism, instead, she leans in with her signature smirk and hits send. However, I will say that when you are good at basketball, you're pretty and you have grit make you bad to the bone. In my opinion, this is one of the new trends in the WNBA, which is that not only will you be good at basketball, but some of these women will also look like women. One thing I like about Sophie is that she is tough, and let's face it, that petition it was a masterwork of exaggeration, a group breakdown masquerading as activity. The key truth is that it reads like fans who happened to stumble into a WNBA soap drama and were unable to handle a woman playing defense with emotion. People have obviously forgotten that when Sophie becomes physical, it's because someone started it. She's not out here throwing the first brick, instead, she's responding with structural integrity and perhaps a little glittery vengeance. I get the impression that Sophie is saying, you want to play, we can play. Sophie isn't dirty, she's deliberate. I would like to play the video of her with the girl. Okay, so here we go. Alan knocked your girl Sophie away with good hands, but Sheldon jumped up with a steel watch. What's going on? Here we have another break as JC Sheldon goes right after him. He fooled you that it was a hard foul. Sheldon never got into the headlock because she messed with her teammates, and Sophie turns into a heat-seeking missile and sneakers. Sophie and Caitlin Clark are charging like a human wrecking ball driven by emotional justice, with one eyebrow lifted towards them. This isn't a foul, it's family. You come with a fever, and you'll feel the heat while the league debates technicalities and egregious ones all day long. The league operates under a different set of rules, so the squad must be protected at all costs. And guess what? Somewhere along this line of fire the one and only Sophie Cunningham, also known as the Enforcer and Caitlin Clark's bodyguard, stumbled into an unexpected role as the WNBA's most unlikely folk hero. Her jersey sold out today, and she defended the face of basketball and America was in love. I've never seen so many people on Twitter agree on one thing, and they did last night. They also realized that you wouldn't want to fight. Sophie Cunningham following her observation of this headlock not only for Indiana supporters or Caitlin Clark diehards, but also for everybody else watching the game and wondering, wait a second, where's the consistency? Sophie's got linebacker energy, meme queen timing, and the emotional patience of someone who's fully out of patience. This is the Cinderella story with sneakers and a side of rage instead of a slipper. She's fitting defenders with shoulder checks and dragging hypocrisy like a defensive assignment. I don't understand how she ain't got 1 million followers or more by now. I've never really had opinion on NBA or WNBA because I've just never cared to watch it. It's always been boring since Caitlin Clark. It has been interesting to watch, and now Sophie Cunningham, she'll play about her teammate. These girls, this combo makes it so worth watching. I heard she's a black belt too. What you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? You go girl. Everybody go follow Sophie. They wanted her muted, sidelined, embarrassed. What they got was a viral headline machine with a playbook full of righteous rage. She's not angry for the sake of drama. She's had it. She spent weeks, months watching her teammate Caitlin Clark take cheap shots from every direction, endure slander, and somehow still be expected to smile through it. Meanwhile, the league and refs toss out texts and eject players like it's a spin the wheel party, but always somehow the harshest spotlight lands on the Fever. Let's break that down. Please explain how JCS Sheldon charges into Sophie like a linebacker with 0 breaks, and that's passion, but Sophie answers and the internet's acting like she launched a missile at center court. This isn't just bias, it's absurdity wrapped in selective memory. Sheldon's shoulder didn't lower, it transformed into a tactical battering ramp. Was all game, folks, all game. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were getting checked all game. The Indiana Fever were getting punked all game. The referees let this physical style of basketball continue and continue and continue and continue and continue and continue, and eventually Sophie Cunningham had enough. Oh yeah, Sophie Cunningham had enough, folks. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham. We wanted somebody like this that said, I'm tired of this, I'm trying to step up, it's time to step up. We're not going to get punked anymore, we're not going to get pushed around anymore, we're not going to get treated like a little sister anymore, like a little brother anymore. We are going to start being the one that say, you know what, we're not going to start the fight, but we damn sure will finish the fight. You shake her balance, and she resets the system, and you feel that it's not violence but rather retribution measured in pounds per square inch. Sophie took that blow like a champ, hardly blinking, and responded as all elite enforcers do, with emotionally charged precision that wasn't rage but rather measured correction. Here's what no one tells you.